bit of a shorter little update video this week. I'll explain why soon. So there's a few things we want to talk about. First of all, some future mod plans for this car. I need some advice for that too. And second of all, there might be a second car coming to the channel soon. Stay to the end to find out about that. And what else was I going to say? Oh yes, okay, this was like 6 months ago, right? So I am driving to my defensive driving course class at some high school because I'm a safe driver, right? Like, so anyways, you know, I'm just cruising, right? Perhaps getting to a little boost so I can hear the flutter. And I'm about to pull up and I see that there's this kid just sitting on the fence to the high school. And as I pull up, he's like, "Your car's shit!"
Bro, are you serious right now, bro?
So I'm there, right? And I'm thinking, what would be the funniest possible way to put this kid in his place, right? So I go up to him. I shove him to the floor, right? Pick him up with one hand by his throat and body slam his ass. Then I rip his jaw out. Okay, maybe that didn't happen. So I was thinking, right, this kid's probably got a few bolts loose in his brain, or just, you know, bolts not there. And I'm going off to class, so it's not really worth risking, you know, the fucking beast that is a Speed 3. But anyways, as I'm thinking that, his mum pulls up to pick him up in a base model Mark V Golf. Smugness and something else was what I felt there.
You're not that guy, pal.
So yeah, the next video is also going to be like a Q&A, so if you have questions you want to ask, you know, slide in the old Instagram DMs. The reason for that is because, basically, soon I'll be getting the iPhone 14 Pro, so all the videos you guys want to see, I want to film it with the 14 Pro, so they're more enjoyable for you guys to watch. So yes, what is the mod plans for the Speed 3 right now? So, first of all, I want to build our own custom clear taillights, right? And if that works out, that's gonna look so good. Like, if they don't work out, however, and they leak in this shit, then... Hey, do you wanna, like and subscribe to the video? Maybe follow me on Instagram, please? Bye-bye. Aside from that, I wanna polybush the front lower control arms. And that's like... Oh, I've got to like check up on the car, make sure it's alright in maintenance. I actually will though. But... So that's kind of where my mod ideas run out. So I want your help. What mods should I do? What mods do you recommend that aren't too expensive? And there's a very good reason for it. Basically, there's a problem coming up on the Speed 3 that might cost like $4,000 to fix. So, you may be wondering, oh, Dallas, what is it that costs 4,000 bones that you're going to be doing to the Speed 3? Well, it's pretty good, right? It's a little turbo. I think he's on his way out to leave, right? He's still got some time left in him. But yeah, I think that's a problem. And no, I did not blow the turbo. I swear, like, it's always smoked the whole time I've had it. First of all, for being on the wrong oil weight, I switched that and it made it better. See, then after that was the PCV valve. Jonathan Fletcher changed that. Shout out to him. And it was way better, but it still smokes a bit and it still burns a little bit of oil. So it's, you know, it is what it is. And that's a good problem to have, right? Because what's the answer to a turbo that's leaving the chat, right? That's to get an upgraded turbo. Like, yeah. I know, I know there's a lot of people out there who just, I think, just lack a bit of brain cells, right? Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh, but this is not going to be, I'm not going to go out and say, oh, I want 600 horsepower, because then I want 1,000 horsepower, and then I want 1,400. No, right? My goal with this car is to build the perfect Speed 3. I think, personally, right, like 320 wheel would be perfect on this car. It keeps a stock character, but it just exemplifies that. Like, I think that's got to be perfect. Like, you're not going to have a 700 wheel horsepower Speed 3 and then, like, be boosting at 100% down to the Rangy back roads, are you? That's what I mean when I'm saying I'm building the perfect. Like, it's going to be so well balanced, right? But anyways, how the hell we got to do that, right? So, for the turbo, there's this guy here in New Zealand who builds custom, like, mad hybrid turbos, right? Like, they spool basically as fast as stock, and they pull all the way to the red line. You make more power on them, they seem sick, right? A little downpipe, you know, little intercooler, perhaps, And then, yeah, I should be making the sauce, because I've already got an intake, high pressure fuel pump internals, catback, like. One thing I want to ask you guys, with the intake, I've got the JBR intake full with turbo inlet and everything. Is that enough for like 320 wheel? Or do I need to step up to like a 3-inch one? Or, you know, I don't know. So someone give me advice, right? The only other controversial thing about what I'm doing, I guess, is that I want a top mount intercooler upgraded, not a front mount. And I get a lot of people don't know why the hell you'd want to do that. Yeah, so first of all, for spool, like, I want this car to have a power band that's just mad, right? Second of all, weight, there's less weight. And third of all, obviously, price, it's a lot cheaper. You can buy different mods with that. So, and I know, like, some people say, oh, a bit heat soak. Okay. If you pay attention to your air intake temps, right, the only time you got heat soak is, like, when you're stopped, like, at a traffic light. I don't really care if I'm losing performance at a traffic light, because I'm not fucking moving, but... And yeah, then the minute that you start moving, your air intakes fall back down. There's no heat soak because you're moving. And, you know, if you're on a racetrack or hooning it down the back road, you've got to be moving, so it's fine, right? Now, I get if you want a front mount, you can push more power on it. And especially if you do drag racing, you have to have something that does not heat soak at all. So I appreciate that, but I'm not going to be drag racing this thing, right? It's, for my use, I believe a top mount's better and it's cheaper, so yeah. But I will miss the look of having a front mount there, so look, I really want to put a fake front mount on it, because I mean, I'm going to be pushing like more power than like 50% of people to front mount anyways. Well, in New Zealand at least, like.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm bad. I know I shouldn't do that, but I'm a little boy, you know, I can't change that shit. You've made it to the part of the video that you might have been waiting for. It's a new car for the channel, right? This is not me buying cars, my brother buying a car, but you know, we can do videos on it and all that. There's a few cars he's considering. First of all, the Mark II Focus ST. Those things are fucking sick, right? So it's a similar platform to this, but you've got the 2.5 liter, 5-cylinder turbo engine. It sounds fucking fat, right? Like, those engines are fucking sick, but... There's one car that he's looking at right now, BMW 130i manual. Having that rear-wheel drive, and a manual, and a naturally aspirated inline 6-cylinder, and a little hatchback? Damn, like, you know, there's one he's looking at right now. There's a few issues with it, but... You know, so he's also considered GTIs, but Focus STs are just better. So yeah, I think that's the video. This is a long video than I thought it would be, but yes, I love you guys, especially if you're watching this video. Like, top G. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Love you.